So in terms of measuring the success of MLS, the direction we are headed as an American soccer nation with our domestic soccer competition, the only key figure that is cited in favor of the MLS closed Division I no promotion relegation model is in-person attendance at these matches in certain locations. So MLS as a whole, I think aggregated, they'll claim they have pretty good attendance rates overall, but what you are seeing is, for the most part, actual attendances, not counting tickets distributed, reported attendances, which contrasted against pictures don't appear to give the proper tally. If you look at actual attendances, most MLS branch outlet locations are not drawing more than 15,000 fans per game, some under 10,000, some a little bit over 15,000. But for the most part, it is pretty bleak at these local MLS franchise outlet scrimmage matches. And then there are a few locations, kind of outliers to the rule. So you look at Portland, Seattle, Atlanta, Orlando somewhat. And you're seeing kind of with these new expansion waves, MLS is so eager to expand into these new locations because of just kind of this bump of something new in these local areas, and give the impression of excitement for the MLS model as a whole and for the direction that it's going. But you look at Cincinnati and then these other locations trying to potentially snatch an MLS spot, such as Sacramento or Miami. What's happening in these locations, Atlanta, Seattle, Portland, it's great for these cities and for these franchise outlets. Not going to deny that. It's a great accomplishment. Put 70,000 people in Atlanta United Stadium. Hey, that's a great thing. But should we put that up as the main measurement for MLS success as a whole? No, not at all. Again, outliers to the general rule, which is kind of a lukewarm disinterest to the MLS model as a whole. And MLS apologists try to use this attendance as the only standard of how well MLS is doing. And particularly, they kind of block out all of the less successful locations and only really market their prime outlets. So you see on their nationally televised games on Fox Sports or ESPN, it's usually just games in Orlando, games in Atlanta, games in Seattle, games in Portland, some games in LA, LAFC and their new stadium. But you never see games in Columbus or games in Houston or games in Minnesota or you see a few games in Kansas City, I guess. But there's the second class locations inside of the MLS system, and then there's the first class ones, the ones they are willing to front kind of as their marketing piece. But the only accurate indicator of MLS success or failure for anything, any sort of model in U.S. soccer is the TV ratings. That is the most objective, all-encompassing view we can have of a U.S. soccer model. And what we're seeing is a downward trend in terms of MLS interests in America. So MLS, as of the end of 2016, it was grabbing a 7% market share of the total USA Soccer TV audience. And at the end of 2017, that went down to 6%. So what you're seeing is soccer continues to grow in America, but MLS's share of that massive soccer fan demographic that continues to grow is shrinking. So if we continue at this rate, if we go down this road with this closed system model, we're going to eventually end up at a point where MLS has 1% of total USA soccer market share. And is that really success for U.S. domestic soccer? No. I mean, I'm glad that soccer's doing great. It's profitable for when the World Cup comes around, or for when international clubs or tournaments come here, or from when we have international club friendlies. But our U.S. domestic system is woefully unpopular, and MLS is not improving our situation here. As much as they want to front up one or two outlier attendance locations, where it's more of a party or a rally than an actual soccer club. Again, you have to use these TV ratings as the objective example. So the question is up to you, America. Is this the right way to go? You look at the 99% of the free soccer world, they use open system models that incentivize excellence and hard work, that create opportunities for thousands of clubs and millions of people in their respective domestic ecosystems. We need to do that here in America. We are running our soccer the absolute un-American way, and it's no wonder we are stagnating, why we are mired in mediocrity. We simply refuse, we're too stubborn to run our soccer like the normal soccer world. We want to run a fake and authentic version of soccer, and our USA Soccer fans are too smart to be duped by that. We want real clubs, we want real soccer, we want real competition, we want to align with the essence of soccer, which is about equality and opportunity for all. So if you like this video, make sure to share it out across social media, and also subscribe right here to my channel. And I'll talk to you soon.